Ready?
Last time we talked to you, you said it would kind of the week off was coming at a good time because it gave you guys a chance to kind of really evaluate a lot about what you have. What did you learn during that week, and how much more do you think you know what you have in front of you now than you did then?
Number one, we felt like we had a really good week off because the guys took care of their business. They came back in pretty good shape. And that always worries you with a change of coaches, and you're coming in new, and guys don't know you real well or not. But we did have Brian Hess emailing them during spring break and telling them that they had run a big run the day they got back. So they had a long running session yesterday. And I think after looking at the 3 practices, we actually told them this morning that we're going to start over, because now they should know what to do. They know us. They know who their coaches are. We know more about them. We're going to start putting guys in different positions. We moved Corey Bell over to receiver today because he's fast, and we're thin at wide receiver with as much as we're going to be wide open and play 3 and 4 wide receivers, and we need more legs, and we felt like he's a guy that might make the move over. We're looking at Avery Jones on both sides of the ball. So we're looking at some of those guys. We're also making some more decisions in special teams of where to put some people. But I think more than anything else, we had just the one practice in pads that we could study, and we thought we were too high. And we didn't play with a lot of leverage, and we weren't real physical in the first practice. And I thought the defense stepped up today, and they were much more physical than the last practice we had.
Mack, how has the installation on both sides gone thus far, and what are some of the primary challenges for the players with that?
It's usually toughest for the quarterbacks, but we have had some mental mistakes, and we got to get rid of those. We've got ACC officials out here at every practice, so they're calling what they would see in a game, and we're not stopping or walking off the penalties, but we are addressing the penalties as soon as we get inside because we had too many last year. And I think the biggest struggle right now would be for the quarterbacks, because this is a completely new offense, and there's been more interceptions than Coach Longo and I would like. And part of that's receivers not knowing the routes, and there's some adjustments on the routes to do. So as simple as the offense seems, it's still unique and different. So guys are having to learn. So I would think that that's probably the biggest challenge so far on both sides of the ball. And we're actually starting over now after 4 days. We'll go back and reteach those first 4 days. So we should be a lot better at what we're doing now. They should know more about what to do.
As fast as the offense was previously, the guys have said this is going to be faster. How much of a challenge has that been for them to kind of adapt and pick it up a little bit?
You know, Larry did a good job with the tempo of the offense, so they're used to that. Defense is used to it because that's what you're seeing now that's out there. We have one tempo, but it's adjusted a whole lot, so we can slow down. And all you do to slow tempo down, everybody talks about fast, 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 fast. If you got 4 minutes left in the game, you're up by 10. You don't want to go fast, fast, fast. You want to slow it down some. All you do is call the plays a little slower, so you don't signal them in. So Coach Longo has complete control of tempo. So if I told him slow it down, he simply sends in the plays a lot slower than he would normally.
A couple of players have mentioned that when he calls in a play, he only does it once, and then it's kind of on them to communicate. What's the strategy behind that? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Make them learn, make them understand, make them communicate with each other, make them turn their head immediately. If you do it 4 times, they may not turn till the 4th time, especially when they get tired. So they all have to look immediately. They have to get the call, and then if one of them misses it, he looks to his friend, and his buddy next to him says, "Here's the call." And that's the purpose.
Mack, you talked about switching positions. I know Nick Polino has seen some reps at the center in spring practice. How is he adjusting to that, in your opinion?
Nick's so smart and he's tough. He can play either guard or center. He's in there right now primarily because J.J. McCargo has got the cast on his right wrist, so he can't snap, so he's playing guard. And J.J. will probably go back to guard if J.J. gets well, and he and Brian Anderson right now would be the centers.
Coach, you've practiced during the day this whole spring. How have the players reacted to sort of that change? They used to practice at the end of the day.
You know, I've never practiced early before. This is brand new for me. Coach Fedora had the academic schedule changed, so we didn't have any choice. I mean, it was already locked in, and obviously if you get here in November or get here in December, really, and the academic schedules for the next semester have already been put in place, you can't change them. So we're trying it out and see what we like. I've asked the coaches, they're 100% that they like it and would like to do it the next year. So we go to the players and we ask them, and it was 100%. So I don't know that I'll have any input, because if everybody else out here likes early practices, I think we'll be doing it. So now we're checking with the university to make sure that the academic schedules can be adjusted to the fall. We have to get them out of here so fast now, because as soon as practice is over, they want to sit around and talk, and they want to visit the dressing room, they want to go take their time eating, and then if they've got 12 o'clock classes, they're late, and then that's on us. So we've got to get them out of here, and we meet with them then in the afternoons. But the positive thing about early morning practice is they get up, so they have to go to sleep. They get their practice done by 11:15. Then they get to eat. Then they can do study hall in the afternoon after their classes instead of late at night, and they can get a lift in the afternoon and meet with their coaches. So the coaches will meet with them this afternoon at 3 o'clock. So that gives them a chance to go back over all the video and do that, and then the coaches actually can go home at night instead of staying over here all night. So I think it's you got to get up about 5 to get started, but in the end of the day, everybody seems like they like it better because you're fresher in the morning practice.
If you ask the media, I think we like it too. Right?
You like it too?
Yeah, I like it better.
Yeah.
Dealing with traffic in the afternoon is not so fun.
So, show of hands.
I know that's really important to you, sure.
That was taken into consideration.
It is. It is.
So is Coach Bateman, is he utilizing the 3-4 that he used at Army, or is it still going to be mix and match a little bit?
It's multiple. He actually used 4 down more at Army than he used 3, and it was close. But he is so multiple of what he does. It's been really interesting just to he's taught all of us what he did at Army, and obviously then the other coaches are all inclusive and they have some input too. I've got some input too, but by and large he's running it, and I think it really gives the offense a lot of problems, and I think that's one of the things that we're seeing. You have to be careful when you're working against a multiple defense, that you don't spend all your spring without really having a game plan against that defense, with people just running free and not being able to block them. So we have to be careful that we have some where it's just as much base as could be, because he's all over the place. He's bringing somebody every play.
The wide receivers that we've talked to so far are very excited about what you guys are doing with the air raid and everything. I was just talking to Bo, and he said that you could see that the excitement is that there's so many more opportunities for them, and that they're going to be going long a lot. How have you seen them kind of adapt to the fact that there's a lot more responsibility on them than perhaps before, and the fact that they're going to have a lot more opportunities to catch balls?
Well, I think they should like it, and it's an exciting offense for a quarterback, but we're still going to run the ball and be physical too. So that's what I like about it, is it's got a chance to do whatever you're doing best that day. It's not just an air raid pass offense. But our receivers have done well. They're making adjustments. They're learning. Dropped too many balls. Today was the first day that I thought we caught the ball well. And I'm talking about good players that were very inconsistent in the first 3 days. And Coach Galloway and I have gotten all over them, because if we're in an offense going to throw the ball a lot, we better catch it. And I told them I went a full year with Colt McCoy where the ball never touched the ground against air. I mean, everybody, he was accurate. They all caught it. And we just kind of thought that's the way it happened. And that's what we expect out here. So hopefully we'll continue to do better. But today was definitely our best day of catching the ball at receiver.
How much of catching the ball is mental? Because if the hands are there and the body's there, they're running the route.
I think it's all mental, and attention to detail. You even little things like just saying ball in your mind when you see it leave the quarterback's hand, and saying catch, because a lot of them are looking around and jerking their heads back too soon and trying to run with it before they catch it. And we've got to get back to where we're confident catchers, and we had some issues with that last year, and those issues continued through the first 3 days, and thought we made great strides today.
Right, gang.
Great.
Okay,
Thanks.